our next topic is about one of our favorite analysts. One person that I think all of us were inspired to be able to talk about sports media because he brought a different aspect to the show and to the profession for one. To the profession, he brought something different. Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe has now agreed to a buyout with FS1 and Undisputed, and it's no longer going to be on Fox after the NBA Finals. That was announced yesterday. I made sure I posted the news as soon as I saw it, and I think it shocked everybody. I think I won't say that it was shocking. I think it was just no one expected it to happen at that moment because the NBA Finals going on. No one expected to see that news now, and going into the football season, we thought we was going to see Shannon Sharpe, but now it seems like we're not going to see him on Undisputed, at least on Fox. So I think this is huge news. We all know about the two disputes that he had on the show with Shannon with Skip, especially the one where when Skip was basically talking about his football career, comparing it to Tom Brady, when he said that he was nothing compared to Tom Brady, even though he is a Super Bowl champion and he's a Hall of Famer. And he also has said something that was so it may have been taken out of context for some people, but we're not here to talk about that. But he has said something about the Damar Hamlin situation during the game, when we know Damar Hamlin almost lost his life in that game. Also his podcast is also leaving. So Club Shay Shay will not be on FS1 either. So we're gonna see where he takes his talents to. So Tom, I want to hear your reaction to the news.
You need to quit it, Skip. That's exactly what I got to say about that. The reaction to the news is, I mean, all good things really do come to an end. Like, this whole media game is just it's getting iffy, especially with cable TV in general. Like, we see, who was it? It's what's my guy, the punter? What's his name? He has a show on YouTube. What's his name?
Pat.
Yeah, Pat McAfee. You see how Pat McAfee? Yeah, I think he did it backwards though. He was on YouTube with FanDuel, and now he's going to ESPN. But most people are really bringing their platforms over to YouTube because look where we at. Everybody's watching everything on YouTube. They did it so much that YouTube was like, all right, let's just start our own cable division with YouTube TV. And this is not an ad. But if y'all want to pay us, I can say some more nice stuff about you all. And it's also been recently that Club Shay Shay views have been more than on Undisputed, because technically with Skip, I think people just get burnt out. Like, we understand that Skip is going to bring these hot takes and he's going to always talk about his debates, and truly he believes in his mind that everything he says is right and is accurate. But after a while, it's like, okay, Skip, we know you don't like LeBron. We know you love the Cowboys. We know you love Tom Brady. But are you ever going to look at it from a different angle when someone brings up these teams? Me, I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. And I defend Dak all the time. But if you tell me something about Dak and I see it looks bad, I'm going to be like, you got a point there. But I'm going to give you a but I'm going to also listen to you. I'm not going to be like Skip and just tell you just like blah, blah, blah and hush it up. So for me, I think Shannon Sharpe was like, I see where the media aspect and landscape is going. And I see what makes me happy. Because when you watch him do Undisputed versus Shay Shay, he looks more happy doing Club Shay Shay. And he probably talked to his manager and say, hey, man, it's time to go. Joe, I'm about to say Joe. Man, Joe must be talking about me. Vaughn, what you think about the deal?
Hey, just fun fact right quick. Me and Joe are actually Irish twins. So it's okay. I've been getting it all my life. People think I'm Joe all the time.
So y'all 11 months apart.
Yes, sir.
That's my boys are 11 months apart. So that's great.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
So you don't just get sports takes here. You get actual historical facts. Look at this.
So I'm happy for my man, for I was tired of Skip too. like you said, Tomo, we know you like the Cowboys, we know you like Brady, we know you think Baker Mayfield is better than what he is. And the fact that he's the one that does the topic, you can kind of tell. One thing I can say about Skip though, he does dive a little deeper into the game when he watches them, and he actually writes notes and breaks it down. And we're gonna miss the fun parts, the going back and forth, because to be honest, Shannon Sharpe, what he brought to the show was that perspective of being an athlete. Like most of the guys that be on these shows, like you heard JJ Reddick the other day go on Stephen A. like, what's it say on state? I ain't nothing, you know. I don't mean nothing, you know. You already know what it. Like, so that's the biggest. Like, especially when they talk about football, Shannon Sharpe is probably the best guy to listen to a lot of times because he give you that on the field answer. You know, that I've been there answer, that real answer. And I think he's gonna do better without Skip, to be honest.
Oh, Joe said, I feel like the show is better when I think the show thrives when they're arguing. They can't have a good show without arguing. To an extent.
Yeah, to a certain extent. It all depends on what they're arguing about as well. I feel like some of their best arguments come when it comes to like the Dallas Cowboys or LeBron, or when it comes to serious topics, they most of the times agree on things. I think the more serious one, I think the one that did it was the DeMar Hamlin situation. I think that's the one that did it for Shannon. I said this back then. I said I don't see how he stays after something that was that serious, where someone had pretty much everyone saw on live on Monday night where this guy almost lost his life. Was it Monday night or Thursday night? I can't remember.
It was Monday night. Yeah,
so Monday night, and he almost lost his life. They pretty much had to end the show, and it would end the game early. And you know, Skip had his tweet was basically like, how people can think about the game and not about the life. So that's a serious situation. He was really mad, and then when Shannon Sharpe came back, because remember he didn't show up the episode after that. Yep. After that situation, he wasn't there that Tuesday. I think he came back that Wednesday or Thursday that week, and he basically was just like, before his opening monologue, he said he didn't want to have any speculation why he didn't show. He talked about the situation with DeMar Hamlin, and he talked about Skip's tweet, and then before he could even finish his monologue, Skip interrupted him and said, "I'm not taking down the tweet." So I think that's what really did it for him, and he was just like, that it was very insensitive at that in that situation. He probably should have just kept the comment to himself. And when you tweet something, a lot of people don't hear the tonality, and that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. When you tweet or text or post something, no one hears the tone of what you're saying, so they're going to speculate how they think it is. And when they see your TV personality, pretty much is how people are going to view it. Your TV personality is not always in the care of someone else. So Shannon was automatically pissed because a lot of the other football players retweeted and said that he was sick and stuff like that. So I can see why Shannon left. Now I think Shannon's going to be successful no matter where he goes, because me personally, I feel like he made that show what it was.
Yeah,
I watched that show because of Shannon Sharpe. He became my favorite analyst on TV. He made it fun. He bought the props out. He bought the goat mask for LeBron James. He had fun with Snoop. When Snoop was on there, so he was going to skyrocket. He's going to fly. Y'all know how that stuff goes. So he made the show. He made it to where a lot of people felt comfortable to be themselves as well. And it's gonna be difficult for Skip. I don't know what Skip gonna do. I don't know how you replace Shannon Sharpe. Who you gonna bring over? You gonna bring over LaShawn McCoy? I don't think that'll work out.
Yeah. I don't know.
I got a name for you though.
I'm listening.
That might be one though.
Because him and Skip, they bump heads a lot. I don't know how he's gonna be on TV, but that's
true. That's true. But I think it'll be good to test out people, to like have them start coming on the show, because I think they just now had another guest for the first time since COVID.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going to be? Lil Wayne? No, Tay, no.
That'd be the weirdest show.
Yeah, I don't think no, but a lot of people are not going to tune in. It's Wayne, but when Wayne comes to sports, what knowledge does he really have? I'm not saying he don't have any knowledge, but most of the time when he comes on the show, he's talking about the Green Bay Packers, and he ain't talking about like stats and all this stuff. He just talking about what he see and him talking to people. So who knows what kind of sports knowledge he has. We want someone that's entertaining, but they got to have sports knowledge as well.
And I'm gonna tell you personally, just from doing this show, you definitely better come prepared because they will light you up.
Exactly. Now, would Kendrick Perkins leave ESPN and go to FS1? I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know what Skip's going to be able to do. I mean, if he does it himself, he's going to lose a lot of viewers. Not a lot of people is really going to watch that show. His podcast, for one, is boring for me. I can't watch it. It's
too boring.
It's not entertaining at all. The only 2 times I actually watched it was when he talked about Stephen A. And the relationship he had with Shannon Sharpe. Those are the only 2 episodes I've ever watched. Other than that, it's not interesting. So, I mean, Skip has been doing this for a long time, so I don't doubt that he can't find anyone. But I just think it's going to be hard to replace someone that was that entertaining, that funny, and brought a lot of views to the show. But Shannon, do your thing, my guy. I enjoy watching you, and I'm gonna continue to watch you wherever you go. I'm gonna watch your show. I'm a big fan.
No, that's a fact. What's up, Mom?
Oh yeah. What's up, Mama? What's going on, Mama? Appreciate you always supporting us. Mama was the one that brought up that joke about Joe. Saying
she should have been here for the Pistons.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably did the same thing at that time. But let's go ahead and move on to our next one.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.